Yeah, how have I found Empower? Empowering. It's been great. I think for me personally, when I first started coming here, I was really unsure about whether I belonged here, whether acting was something I could even really pursue. There was sort of a lot of internal coaching I had to do to even get here. But it's just been amazing. Like the tutoring here has been amazing. Vince, who works with us quite closely, has just been incredible, and like week to week my confidence has just grown, and for the first time in my life I feel like acting is something that I could do. It's something that I can pursue, and dare I say, it's something that I might actually be quite good at, and my confidence has definitely grown here in leaps and bounds, and it's filtered into other parts of my life. So in the time that I've been here, I've gone for like another job, and it's something that I probably would never have done before coming here. I feel like my confidence growing here has helped me to be confident in other areas of my life as well. And it's such a great place to come and learn. Everyone's really friendly. It's a really relaxed atmosphere, so you don't feel intimidated in any way. It's a really safe space to grow and improve, and it's been amazing here. And definitely I would say that just signing up for an audition to come here is one of the best decisions I've made. So yeah, so far so good.
One thing about Empower, it brings people from different diversities, different ages, and all into one group, and it integrates several different people into one cohesive place where they can all have a commonality in terms of acting, growing as an actor.
In terms of the different types of acting you can do, like a lot of people, I feel like I was more drawn to TV and film, but earlier in the course when we were doing Shakespeare and Chekhov, etc., it made me build a love for theatre and Shakespeare, which I never thought I'd have from doing GCSE English and whatnot. Yeah, and I feel like I've really improved my skills in terms of utilising my body, because I'm quite tall, I'm quite long. I never really know how to, where to place myself, my hands, my legs, everything. But I think I've been able to be better in control of my body.
Well, it's been amazing. It's been a great journey, and I've made some friends that I'm going to keep for life, and we've just learnt so much. And this week we've been doing techniques to figure out which sort of technique works best for us when we go into auditions. And yeah, it's just been a great journey, and Vince is a legend.
I think Empower is helped me leaps and bounds. I think, God, there are so many, we explore so much, as you should do. I think one of the real strong points is the character building. We go into classic methods pretty quickly. So we touch on Stanislavski, Meisner, go to it, and then we delve into that.
Yeah, when we started it was quite tough, as in realizing about all the insecurities and just little things that you do and habits that you've got, but definitely you're really honest, and I think that was a bit hard at the beginning, but then you really get used to accept those flaws and things that you do. And now I look back and I've improved so much. I'm so proud. I've put on work. The classes are really interesting. I think we've touched every little thing that matters on stage acting or TV, screen and stuff.
I think it's been really fun, and I always look forward to coming here, but what I found the most useful is how you've broken down the different acting methods for us. So for example, Meisner or emotional memory, and you've given us specific exercises that we can use if, for example, I use them going into auditions. I think that's been the thing that's impacted my acting the most, and I just wouldn't even have been able to I wouldn't even have been able to put that into practice had I not come here. I also really enjoyed the showcase. It was fun to get to perform the scenes that we had prepared together. Yeah, I just really look forward to coming here.
I think at first I found it very daunting. Like, I was super nervous, didn't really know what I was getting myself into. But throughout the weeks, I grew more confident and comfortable with the people I was working with. And yeah, although like we started off doing Shakespeare and stuff like that, and that's like I don't like Shakespeare that often. I've done it in English. I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, so when we started doing Shakespeare, that's when I knew that I was at like the right place, because I don't like Shakespeare. Now I can do Shakespeare, I can audition for Shakespeare stuff because I've been equipped with the skill sets, with the kind of wisdom and knowledge to approach stuff like that. So yeah, so it was challenging at first, but I grew more comfortable as the weeks went by. Yeah.
The most challenging thing about the course has been using emotional memory, which is when you have to go back, like stretch your mind back to a time where you were deep in a certain emotion. So normally it's quite a negative emotion, and I think being the age I am and how I deal with things, it's a lot more difficult for me to go back and be able to reach those emotions and show them on camera or show them to an audience, whatever it may be. It's a lot more difficult to do that. So that has probably been my biggest challenge on the course so far. I'm probably still my biggest challenge right now, so I'm still working on it, but I'm happy that I've been given the opportunity to actually explore different emotions and trying to reach them, and I'm getting there.
My favourite part was actually one of the most things which I found challenging with the plays, with the Chekhov scenes, which is something I never really did, and it gave me a great insight of developing myself as a theatre actor, as well as learning how to act for film and TV. But generally the theatre stuff, it gave me a great opportunity to develop myself further, become a better actor, become more grounded with myself. I learned a lot of self-discipline, because in order to be a great actor you need a lot of discipline. It gave me a great sense of how to conduct myself on stage, out of stage, where to place myself, how to develop myself in terms of vocal arrangement, into movement arrangement, everything that goes into making a great performance.
I really enjoyed the part of, which was hard at the beginning, but having scenes every week to work on has really kind of getting me used to learning and memorizing, which was really hard. And then with that being said, also working in different techniques and well, Shakespeare and Chekhov, and then contemporary plays as well. It's been quite challenging, but at the same time you get to bond with everyone. There's also a part that I have to say I've really liked about this course is letting the ego aside and really bonding with people and not having like a competition type of thing with your colleagues at class, but more like helping each other and trying to grow together and seeing everyone improve. It really makes me happy as well, because it's people that you never know if in the future I'll be working with them.
It was, I think it's prioritizing the acting. We're encouraged to be the best we can be. There's only really one way you can do that, and you've got to make sacrifices. We're told we're advised that we have to make sacrifices, but it's there. And if you want it, you know, it's still sort of taking, like, if you could, everyone has the potential to be everything that they could possibly be, and it's yours for taking. You go as far as it's really like you're kind of shown how to do that almost, but I mean within the realms of teaching. It's just like really encouraging.
It's all quite challenging. I think like building on that whole emotional memory thing, I just think just like breaking down barriers and being a true actor and not being being really vulnerable. I think that's what has been the most difficult, and just completely letting go and just being very, very at one with your character. I think that's what I've found the most difficult. But it's also when I do it, it's good. So yeah.
I'd actually say film and TV. I just find it. I'm still working on it now, but I find it quite hard to like be still. I'm one that likes to be very extravagant when I'm acting. I like to captivate the audience. I like to know that people enjoy watching me and people are like kind of drawn to me. But with that comes the risk of not really being in the moment and being in the character. And I feel like the film and TV term has really helped me kind of strip back everything I know, everything I thought I knew about the industry and what people want and what people like, and actually find kind of art and beauty in being still and still being as powerful and still being as captivating, but still at the same time. So that's something I found like the most challenging. Yeah.
All that we've been offered, it's really good. And it really kind of is a really whole package, like has kind of a bit of everything, you know. We're touching classical theatre with Shakespeare, learning, you know, how we have to work with those scenes and those lines and the thoughts and these and that. And then we're doing contemporary, we're doing screen acting. You're learning about how to change from being on stage to being in front of a camera, which is really different. And I really feel like once we finish, we're gonna have a whole range of different things to do, and knowing all of that, which is amazing. And that's something I really liked when I applied for the course and then auditioned for it. And it was really exciting to see that, you know, I'm going to finish, I'm going to be able to have all those things. It's also true that you're only going to do a few hours a week, but if you really put work throughout the week before going to class, what you're going to see in yourself, it's going to be more and more and more, because you put in work, you're reading books, you're reading plays, you're memorizing properly, you're giving time. So that's something you have to be conscious, because you're not going to be here every day. But then it's going to show in your work, and you know, you're going to have really good weeks, and you know, hard work pays off. So.
And also just getting a very harsh but realistic outlook on the industry, I think is so important for like any like aspiring actor to know what the industry is really like, and know that talent can only get you so far. Because I used to think, oh, I don't need training, I have talent, and then one day I'll just get this massive big role, and then boom, that's how it's going to work. And for some people it might work, but realistically it's not always like that. So I feel like having a very realistic but also optimistic approach and outlook on the industry, yeah.
I would recommend it because it's a great course. You get a lot out of it. You get amazing tutors from different backgrounds and different concepts of acting industry. You don't just learn acting. You learn the business side of acting as well. You learn how to conduct yourself on screen, on stage, how to approach an agent, how to approach people from the business itself, how to generally how to conduct yourself professionally in every aspect of acting.
I think the better understanding I've gained of the industry, because I was actually thinking about this morning. With everyone else, I feel like when you want to go into a certain field, it's a lot more straightforward, and you kind of know, oh, I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do that. Before I started this course, I didn't really know what I had to do. And I didn't really know how to do a lot of things. I just knew that I wanted to act. And I think being at Empower, it's allowed me to explore different options and look at different things I could possibly do after my time here to help me go further into the industry and be the best actor I can be.
Yeah, I'd say do it. I think it's so great because you can still have a life, but besides the course. But essentially, the course is like, it's like having gone to acting school. Obviously, we only meet once a week, but I think it just breaks it down.
I'd say go for it. Yeah. Gosh, I mean, we've had people like coming from all parts of the UK to be on this course, but it's really good. like if you're based in North or like East London, West London, it's really good for that. It's really good. I feel like it's gosh, it was this course was really like kind of like a godsend. Like I don't think I'd get as much out of my Saturdays as if I hadn't done this course, let alone with like elsewhere. It's just a really good close-knit class, not too many people. It's not like they try and cram so much in a short space of time. It's set over an academic year. It's modular. It's just amazing how much you get in over I think it's going to say like 9 months, 12 months. Yeah.
I'd say be committed and be passionate, because you can actually lose passion. You have to be passionate, and you have to want this more than anything. And if you don't have that commitment and passion, then I just feel like there's no point investing your time in something that you're not going to be committed to and be passionate about. And they don't, it's all nice, like the glitz and the glam of being on TV and being on stage and performing and having that adrenaline and stuff like that. But there's a lot of hard work that comes with it. So just be prepared for that, and just be committed and passionate, and don't lose that.
Make sure that you're coming in here with an open mind, you're ready to work, and you're ready to take criticism, constructive criticism as well. And that you're dedicated. You have to make sure that you're dedicated with things like this, because it's a tough industry to be in. And if you want to come to Empower, then you need to make sure that you're on it.